a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Taylor on a barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. Put nigga out like an outbreak. Chopper start to make the house shake.
What it do? Cool Ranch. Doritos. It's your girl Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 12, Episode 13 review. Want to remind you guys that this Saturday at, is it 7? Yeah, 7 p.m. Central Time, my interview with Love and Marriage DC reality star Winter Williams will be airing. This is a must-see interview. She does not hold back. She answers every question. We get some exclusive juicy tea. You do not want to miss this review. Now let's get into tonight's episode. The episode starts off with Lisa Rinna calling all the girls, inviting them to her wine tasting. Her wine, Rinna rosé, whatever the fuck it's called. Shit, got me over here tongue tied. It's finally about to launch after some years. So majority of the girls are able to come, but a lot of them aren't because of COVID. So then we see Sutton at home with her kids. I'm so happy Sutton is finally able to have her children on the show. Her first couple of seasons, she wasn't able to have them on the show because of her ex-husband, but now they are of legal age, and I guess they can make that decision on their own. And she has a son by the name of Philip and a daughter by the name of Porter. Porter is actually a beauty. She really honestly is. I would love to see her all dolled up. She has a very beautiful face. And Philip is not bad looking too. He's just going through that awkward teenage boy stage, but she has a really good relationship, Southern mom relationship with her kids. It was really cute to see them all together, and I just love seeing that other side of Sutton. We then see Garcelle and Dorit meet up, and they're talking, and Garcelle tells her that she's working on the audio portion of her book. She's really nervous about it coming out because she's telling stories that she has not told. One of them being how she had a, bad encounter with Bill Cosby. I remember when Garcelle was on the Cosby Show. I remember that. So I actually have Garcelle's book, and I started it, but I did not finish it, and I need to go back and finish it because from what I read in the beginning, it was very good and very interesting. So Dorit brings up Lisa's wine tasting, and she asks Garcelle, does she think that Erika is going to have a drink? And she was like, she told me when we met up that she's not supposed to be drinking on that medication, and how she didn't know then that she didn't know until then that Erika had in fact fallen and hit her head. And so Dorit is like, what? She hadn't heard that part. So Dorit is shocked. And then Garcelle tells her about Erika's comment about her friendship with Sutton and how she thinks that Sutton is a liability. And Dorit was like, I don't agree with that. I don't see y'all being the Thelma Louise type, especially you. Like, nah, I don't really get that. I'm really happy that this season Dorit and Garcelle are getting along because I didn't like them arguing last season. I want Dorit to get back to being spicy Dorit, but I also like Dorit being friends with Garcelle. I just want Dorit to have a mind of her own and get out of this Fox 5 bullshit because I feel like it's really, truly holding her back. And if anything, her being a friend to Erika and Lisa is a liability for her because it's not looking too good for Dorit for next season as far as her getting a diamond again. Erika meets with her team regarding her new hairline, and the subject of her dating life comes up. And she says that she thinks that she wants to become a dominatrix. And, her team was looking at her like, bitch, what? I thought we was over here selling hair, not selling pussy. But I honestly think that that would be a great career change for her. I think that that would be the business right there where she would make millions. She has that old lady dominatrix deep voice. Like she says, she loves the costume. She loves the leather, the latex. She loves sex. She loves doing a little bit of, punishing. I think that'll be great for her. Them old nasty white men out there in Hollywood would love it, honey. Love it. And what's an easier way to make money than torturing white men? Shit, I might become a dominatrix. Shit, I say go for it, goddammit. So then we see Lisa and Sutton meet up for lunch, and the whole Elton John dinner table shit that was subject of topic of conversation, goddammit, early in the season. comes up, and Lisa was like, there are times you are infuriating, but it's over. You were wrong. No, I don't think she was wrong. She put your ass out on blast because you always fucking with people. I think that Sutton had every right to put your ass on fucking blast and show that you are the liar that you fucking are. And then she goes on to say that when she met with Kathy and Crystal, that she was telling them that she loves torturing Sutton. And Sutton had this look on her face like, what? Like, what the fuck you mean by you get off like fucking with me? Like, what? And the fact that she was comfortable enough to sit there in this grown woman face and say some shit like that, like, oh, we in Mean Girls 3? Like, what is going on here? Like, how old are we? Bitch, you literally do commercials for the pens. And you talking about bullying somebody? If you don't sit you and your old wrinkle face, hot plate face looking ass down somewhere, Sutton, you better than me. Because I would have cussed Lisa big lip ass the fuck out. So it's the day of the Rinna rosé party and the girls start arriving. I must say that I was obsessed and in love with Erika's pink jumpsuit and her pink Louboutin. She looked absolutely stunning. I was obsessed. I need that outfit. She, in fact, does not drink. She actually orders some tea. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And they then end up talking to Harry about what he would rate Lisa Rinna's blowjobs if he was on Yelp. And it takes him quite a while to give an answer, which says a lot, because he probably ain't got a blowjob from Lisa Rinna since 1996 when they first got together, child. I mean, from what it seems like, her and Harry live a life of convenience. Harry out here with his man. His man, child, and it ain't Lisa. Lisa probably out here living her life just like Erika was out here living her life over there with Tom. She wasn't bit more fucking Tom no more. And Lisa ain't fucking that man no more because he don't want to fuck her. Because I feel like he likes the men's, allegedly. There's just absolutely no chemistry between them two. None at all. And I think that's the big secret that everybody keeps on alluding to. Remember that season when Kim was like, I know your secrets, girl, and I'll tell it. And that's that man over there like men. Allegedly, child. Allegedly. So Erika brings up Crystal's eating disorder to the girl. She discusses with him how they talked about it at the Christmas party at Diana's house. And Dorit lets everybody know that when her and Crystal went and had lunch or dinner together, that she revealed a lot to her, and that Crystal told her that she is vomiting every day. So I'm guessing this was off camera because they didn't show a flashback or a shot of that scene. So I guess this was in their one-on-one time. I think since it was off camera, I don't think Dorit should have brought that up. You know what I'm saying? That was doing y'all private time. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have necessarily revealed that to everybody. Lisa then questions, why won't Crystal get help? If everybody in her family knows, she knows that she has a problem, she's talking about it on social media, then why won't she get help? And so some of the other girls is like, well, why don't y'all talk to her about it? Sutton was like, well, maybe she is getting help and we just don't know. And in her confessional, she was like, I just don't feel comfortable with this conversation talking about it, and she's not here to, defend herself or whatever. She was like, I'm just going to stay out of it. I don't think that they're wrong for discussing it, especially if they're going to bring it to her, because it's the same thing that has been done with Erika's drinking. Y'all have talked about Erika's drinking behind her back or, on one-on-one settings with each other. So it's not that y'all shouldn't be talking about this or whatever. I do think that Dorit shouldn't have brought up the vomiting every day on camera. If she was going to tell it off camera. But, it's time for the wine tasting. Time for everybody to sip on the Rinna rosé. Erika decides she's going to drink. And I'm like, here we go. Here we go. The ladies love the rosé. They felt like her brute needed a little bit more work, but the rosé is ready to go, honey. Dorit lets Garcelle know that she got a boo thing for her, and I want to see who this boo thing is, honey. One thing I can say about Dorit look like she knows, some men's with some heavy pockets, and that's all I'm here for. That's all I care about, and that's all Garcelle needs to be caring about too at this moment in life. I want to see who this boo thing is, honey. So Dorit then sees that Erika is really chugging them back. And as everybody's talking, she's like, girl, you supposed to be drinking like that? And she was like, I mean, I'm drinking. Like, like, who gonna stop me? Like, I am already rip-roaring and ready to go, honey. And Erika was like, oh, this is not good. This is about to get bad. And I'm like, girl, if you know that, then why the fuck do you keep on drinking? But at this point, it is seeming like she can't help herself. Like, she can't help herself not to drink. If there's a drink around, she's going to drink. And that's starting to feel like there is an issue here. You know what I'm saying? That she's becoming codependent on alcohol, that you've recognized that you're supposed to have a problem, then why won't you stop? I know a lot of you in the comment section think, or just online period, that Erika is faking this drinking problem to get sympathy from the audience. And I think that's the most asinine thing I've ever heard of, because drinking makes her look even more ridiculous. It doesn't make me feel sorry for her. It makes me like look at her like, what the fuck are you doing? You look ridiculous. Why are you drinking? And it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that notion at all. Child, the whole thing is just a mess. After the wine tasting, Garcelle asks Erika to talk one-on-one. So they go and sit in the, backyard or whatever on a little chair. And Garcelle asks Erika about the Sutton comment again. Like, why would you say that me being her friend is a liability? And Erika was like, because you clean up a lot of her messes. And Garcelle was like, well, can we invite her into this conversation, because I feel like I'm just being a friend to her, and that's what friends are supposed to do. And Erika was like, no, not right now. I don't want to do that. I'm like, but why don't you want to have that conversation with Sutton? Y'all have no problem confronting everybody when y'all want to, but then when it comes to y'all being called out about y'all bullshit, why you don't want to talk about it? Why? And at the end of the day, you Fox 5 bitches, because Teddy not on the show no more, but that's all y'all do is stick up for each other and cover each other's bullshit and the lies and all of this shit. Like, how are you all able to talk? You, Erika, Lisa, and Kyle and Dorit all cover each other's asses and stick up for each other and ride for each other no matter what, when y'all can be dead ass wrong. So it's wrong for Garcelle to do that with Sutton. Y'all just mad because Garcelle don't kiss y'all ass. And Sutton refuses to kiss y'all ass and try to be a part of y'all little clique. Girl, get the fuck out of here. So, Garcelle says to Erika, so you don't think I would stand up for you? And Erika was like, I think it would be conditional. I don't think you would cut me any slack. Garcelle was like, you don't think I have? And Erika was like, no, I think you've been very clear how you feel about me and everything I went through last year. I don't think you necessarily believe me. And Garcelle said, I agree. I don't believe everything. And I'm like, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's motherfucking up, Garcelle. Tell the truth and speak the devil. Don't try to placate her and bullshit her in her face. No, I don't believe everything. Point blank, end the period. Because guess what? The bitches that claim to be her friends don't believe everything neither, and they sit up in her face and pacify her ass. I'd rather you let me know to my face than bullshit me to my face or behind my back. And I respect Garcelle for telling her to her face, no, I don't believe everything. I don't give a fuck about these cameras. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. No, I don't believe everything. So of course Erika feels some type of way about that in her confessional. She feels like Garcelle is being judgmental and wonders, what did she ever do to her besides her watching her life crumble before her eyes? It's not the fact that you did anything to her. It's just the fact that she's not drinking the Kool-Aid or being fake about her feelings, ma'am. She's giving you a you. Like, you don't like what she's giving, and it's the same thing that you give everybody else. I think she is so used to people blowing smoke up her ass, that when somebody is actually being real with her, she don't appreciate it. And I would have thought that a bitch like Erika would, but I'm really starting to see over these last 2 seasons the cracks in Erika's personality. So they then go back to the group, and as soon as they sit down, Sutton was like, I don't like being called a liability. Yeah, let's talk about it, bitch. I know. They didn't flash back to 20 minutes prior. Garcelle went over to Sutton, was like, I'm going to go talk to Erika because she told me that you were a liability, and I want to know why as your friend. Woo, Jesus. And I don't think that's fake or phony or nothing like that. That's her friend. She's supposed to go back and tell her what that bitch said about her. I'm going to confront her. And then you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. At least she asked her, can I invite her over here to the conversation? You know what I'm saying? They wasn't being funny. You said it. Now we going to confront it. So, Sutton was like, you know, you could tell me that. You don't have to tell her. So tell me, why am I a liability? Erika was like, she's constantly there to defend you. Blah, blah, blah. Garcelle was like, why are you guys trying to make me feel bad for being a loyal friend? Exactly. Erika then brings up Sutton sticking up for Garcelle with when Garcelle, you know, last season was into it with Lisa, and then after that she went on Watch What Happens Live and blasted Lisa about the whole Elton John tickets. Okay, at the end of the damn day, Lisa fucking made a big hoopla about getting a fucking thank you again for some fucking tomato sauce when the girl had said thank you already, but you wanted her to come back and say thank you again for some fucking tomato sauce in a fucking jar, bitch. Girl, get the fuck out of here. And so she put your ass on blast for some shit that actually meant something. So don't bring up shit when you don't want your own shit thrown back in your face. And period. Sutton did what a friend's supposed to do. So Lisa was like, yeah, because that really upset me, and it upset Harry. You know, there's a reason why you want to hurt me, and you got to figure that out. Girl, shut your ass up. This is not Days of Our Lives, bitch. It is not. What was your name on the show? Joe or some shit? Bitch, you're not her. You're not her. You're living in a wonderland, bitch, and I need for you to come back from Salem. Sutton is then like, you know, I apologize for that. We, you know, had lunch about it. You said you were over it, and you're being very flippant right now because at our lunch, things went very differently from how they are now. I know how you tend to get when you got an audience or whatever. And she was like, you know, I do like you, and I think you're a good person some days. Cherie is cracking up. She like, oh Lord, the white ladies is arguing, the white girls are fighting. So Lisa in her confession was like, you know, Sutton is not being honest about why she did it. Just say that you wanted to get back at me. Okay, well, bitch, let's figure out like why you brought up the whole fucking tomato jar bullshit in the first place. Because you wanted to have something to talk about, a storyline, because you have nothing else going on in your life except for a dead ass marriage. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, bitch. Okay, no, you don't want to. So Lisa then goes on to say, you know, I've talked horribly about you behind your back. And Sutton was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, what that mean? Because you talk behind my back. That mean you too pussy to say it to my face. That ain't cute saying you talked about me behind my back. Bitch, say that shit to my face. So Sutton was like, you know, at this point, you talk out of both sides of your mouth. And I guess this is what angers Lisa. She was like, you know what? Fuck you. Get out of my house. If you're going to talk like that, you can get out of my house. Don't come for my husband or my kids. If you do, I will cut you down. And everybody looking like, what, bitch? What? And it's like, doing too much, are we? And she was like, are we clear? Are we clear? Garcelle was like, yeah, girl, no kids. Okay, we got it. And that right there is the moment where we see that when Garcelle's book comes out and she has that little part in there about Amelia's eating disorder, that Rinna's gonna take that shit and run with it for a fucking storyline, because once again, the bitch ain't got nothing going on. And that's why Erika's gonna do what? Co-sign for her friend and do exactly what she's mad that Sutton does for Garcelle and vice versa to Garcelle. Y'all all some fucking hypocrites. First of all, she didn't come for your daughter. She just simply spoke about something that your daughter has spoken about on national fucking television. And once again, You wanted to find something to talk about because you ain't got shit else going for yourself. What happened to this Rinna beauty shit? Ain't nobody buying that bullshit. I probably find on the clearance rack at Kohl's. Get the fuck out of here. Girl, I wish I was on this motherfucker. I would tear them hoes up. Tear them hoes up for the bullshit. So Sutton was like, I'm sorry I humiliated you. And she was like, you didn't humiliate me. You didn't. You humiliated yourself. You made yourself look like a fool. You humiliated me. You humiliated Harry and the charity. You humiliated yourself. And that's the truth. And yeah, I'm drunk. But whatever. Bitch couldn't even get out the word humiliate. Like, just a fool. And I wouldn't even been sitting there listening to her. I would have been laughing in Lisa's face. Bitch, you only got one time to tell me to get out this shack of a house, this rundown ass house that got mice and shit. Bitch, I'm out of here. Shit, you mad because you can't leave because y'all ain't got the money. The fuck out of here, broke hoe. Anywho, that's my review of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I give tonight's episode an A because these bitches pissed me the fuck off. Heifers. Oh, I don't like these hoes. Let me know what y'all felt about this episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next damn review, bitches.